Let's do something simple today, huh? I think we have a skirt with a giant hole in it that needs mending. Let's mend a skirt. And here we have the article of clothing in question. She's very attached to it. So there was a hole in it already. I think I made a video about fixing it. See, it just got shredded there. So sewed a patch on the back side and embroidered over it. And I think I used a full width of embroidery floss because I'm too lazy to split the stuff. And it doesn't show up as much as you'd think. So here's the new hole. And we're gonna sew fabric on the inside and then have fun with embroidery again and go from there. So this time I have some very lightweight cotton. This is heavier, but honestly it worked fine. I would have thought it'd make more of a difference. Probably doesn't because it's a skirt. So the fussy bit here is that it's right next to the top of a tier. Wiggle, wiggle. My apologies. So I'm trying to spread the thin little gathers out so I don't know, compress the shape of the skirt dress thing. Okay, it's supposed to be a dress for like a very small creature. She's been wearing it as a skirt. I've agreed to put straps on it so she can go back to wearing it as a dress because her wearing it as a skirt is ripping out the smocking. And I mean, if your kid's attached to an article of clothing, you just make it work, right? And that's always a good thing. And eventually, someday, this article of clothing will make very cool patches for something else. But for now, we will just keep fixing it. There we go. See? Got that little gather stretched out. It occurs to me that I owe you all an apology because I made those coats and really loved them. The video could have been better, but that's always the case with me. But I made them and I was so excited and ready to move on to the next thing. And then I was doing some yard work, like machete and chainsaw yard work, and I took down a tree that had a vine on it. And did you know that poison ivy is just as bad when it doesn't have leaves on it as when it does? And so I got the worst case of poison ivy I've ever had. And it was very unpleasant, and it looked even worse than it was. And I'm not trying to be a hand model by any means, but that was, I was not going to subject anyone to looking at that case of poison ivy. So, PSA, if you have to do machete and chainsaw yard work in January, just assume that you chopped up some poison ivy and like wash up accordingly, because oh holy crap, that was unpleasant. Okay, as you can see, the skinny pointless little strip of fabric I'm using does not make it all the way to the end of the L-shaped hole. I'm just going to do another one right next to it. First thing I'm going to do is get the hole taken care of, and then I can worry about making things decorative. That comes later. And alright, stitching from the outside now. Just endless running back stitch, like usual. That's my go-to. Let's see. Look how gone the hole is, and the texture makes me very happy. We know that I like that. And yeah, anything touchable is a good thing. There are many, many more running back stitches in my future. But oh my goodness, look how strong this is. Yay! So You can still see big giant hole, but it's gone now, which is awesome. I sewed this onto the bottom, which looks really alarmingly like it doesn't belong, except I put it on my kid and it actually kind of works. So, I mean, maybe that's all we need to do is put things together, and if we together them hard enough, they work, maybe. Anyway, we might do some pockets in a piece of fabric that was part of this, just to bring it together more. Added very thin pieces of this same red up here for straps. They don't actually have to hold anything up. The shirring does that, but she doesn't like wearing things strapless, so I respect that. And now with the embroidery, remember I said that it doesn't stand out as much as I expected it to, right? Like, it seems like really heavy, contrasty enough embroidery, but nothing. So, and also I don't want to wrestle with the thick thread again. I'm just not in the mood right now. So what I'm going to do is take my trusty freaking gigantic spool of white cotton thread that I got from the secondhand shop that I use for almost everything, and I'm going to outline this, and then I'm going to continue embroidering at random elsewhere, and that way it'll look like it all belongs together, and that'll be fun. So what is this? Does this stitch have a name? I mean, really it's just back stitching, except it's like back stitching from the other side of the fabric, yeah. So this is going to take some time, but I think it'll be pretty. Oh yeah, that stands out much more. That'll be fun, and thin cotton thread won't add any weight to the fabric. And we're stitching and stitching, and we're stitching, because of course we are. Endless stitching, and objectively it's a lot of time to put into something that was fast fashion when it was made, and then when I got it 8 years ago, it was a friend saying, hey, we've got a trash bag full of things we're going to donate, do you want it? But we already know we love this dress, right? And so making it more usable is awesome. And it's more pretty, it's more personal. These are good things. So, and eventually when it's really not usable as a dress anymore, it'll be patches on top of a quilt, where it'll be special in that way, or it'll be patches on the inside of a set of heavy curtains, where it'll be special there, keeping people warm. And all this embroidery will already be done, and that'll be awesome. So, yay, long-term plans. Let's see, I found a little pinhole. There we go. Found a little pinhole, and that's what I did with that. See? Also, I put a single patch pocket of the chaotic red fabric to bring that up into the body of the dress. And next up is doing the reveal, because even though this is emphatically not a February dress, it is a mild day for February, and I believe I can sweet talk the kidlet into doing a reveal, and that will be awesome. As always, she's thrilled to be so helpful. But look, it's usable now. Twirly baby. There's a pocket, there's casual arcs of embroidery kind of tying it together. Are we happy? Aside from the whole February situation and whatever. It's usable. She shall wear it, I am sure. Yes? Casual arcs of embroidery strengthening. Yeah, very, very soft fabric. It's a fuzzy nose. Oh, and a tree. Ooh. Oh, he's a soft baby.